Hi, and welcome back. This channel is all about becoming magnetic women. I want to teach you how to attract love and how to hold on to love. Now, today's video, I'm going to dedicate to my mother. She actually passed away over 16 years ago. And as I said in last week's video, we didn't have the easiest of relationships, but I still learnt so much from her that I guess has made me the person I am today. And she really did epitomise the magnetic woman, I think, that I've based a lot of what I teach you. So stick with me today, and I'm going to teach you just a few tips on how to become a magnetic woman from my mum. Okay, Mum and Dad had a very long relationship. It spanned over 40 years. He literally was engaged to another woman when he saw her, and he gave that girl's ring back within 3 days of meeting my mum. She just captured his attention, and he never looked at another woman that I know of. I've asked him often, would you ever get married again, or would you ever be with someone else? And he always says the same thing. There was only one woman for me, and that was Mum, my mum. So it was a really incredible romantic relationship. They had their problems, there's no doubt about it. There was a lot of conflict at times, so much passion, but they were a team. They were just this incredible couple that stuck together through thick and thin, and they took each other's side always. So she was always busy doing something, and this is what I think I'm always saying to you in videos is keep busy and have things that you can talk about and be interesting and intriguing to people. So she was heavily into business. She had the first junior jeanery in, we lived in Brisbane, and she opened this little hole in the wall, and she stocked it with these tiny little jeans, and people came from all over the city to buy the first little jeans. See, now you just go to Kmart or Woolies or, Myer or DJs or something and get these things. But back then, she was the first one, I think, in Australia to have this all in one little shop, this little boutique. And she was a great businesswoman, and it was her passion. Then she got out of that, and she got into share trading. She was obsessed with learning this from the ground up. She got a broker. She made a lot of money out of the share market, but she taught herself all this. She was always learning something new, always interested in something new. And as I said, she had very strong viewpoints on things, which I found really difficult growing up. But her friends always knew where they stood. She always had a viewpoint, and she stuck to her guns, and people knew who she was at her core. So I think she always prioritized her self-care. And I remember her always saying to me, take care of your skin first. So that is what I've always remembered from her, is take care of your body and your hair and your skin, because it's the first thing people see. And if you don't, people are not going to thank you if you don't. It's you that you're taking care of here. It's you you're investing in. So remember that. She always was exercising. She played tennis till the day she died, or that she couldn't play anymore. She was always interested in some new diet or some new exercise, or she was always on the phone to me about, have you heard about this? Have you seen this? She was just a very motivated, positive woman. She never let things get her down. If something went wrong in her day, one of her favourite sayings was actually from the Gone with the Wind, and I may have this slightly wrong, but it was what Scarlett O'Hara said when Rhett Butler walked out the door, her great love, if you haven't seen Gone with the Wind. And she said, I can't think about that today. I'm going to think about it tomorrow. And that's what Mum would say from time to time is, I can't deal with that today. I'm just going to put that away until I can, and just got back on with enjoying her life or dealing with whatever she had to deal with that she could deal with in the moment. She knew how to react to things. She knew how to stay positive, how to get things done. It was the genes in her family that got her in the end. There was just no escaping that. Her whole family, way back on her side of the family, had had cancer of some description. So unfortunately, in those days, there was not much she could do. And I do take heed of that and do all the testing that I need to do. But I think I've hopefully got my genes, my dad's genes. But the other thing that she was a terrible flirt. Now, my dad never minded. He was always very proud of her because she always looked great, and she was playful and fun and just flirtatious, and everybody knew that's what she was like. But people enjoyed being around her and being in her company because she was fun to be around. As I said, she was always busy. She always had something new to talk about. She was interested in so many things. She was always keen to learn something new. So I tried really hard to emulate these things as I went out into the world. And I think in my early days, I was probably a lot like her. But when I fell into my deep 20-year marriage that didn't go terribly well in the end, I lost myself completely. I lost that magnetic woman that I thought I'd become. And I had lost my voice, my confidence, my self-worth, etc., as I've talked about many times in my videos. And nobody wants to be around someone like that. There's nothing magnetic about having nothing to talk about. Yes, I had my beautiful daughter, but nobody is really that interested in hearing about your daughter all the time. So I just didn't have any other interests. My brain was not clear. I was not happy with myself enough that I felt like learning anything new or doing anything new with my life. So I just didn't do anything. And I became just a nothing, I think, a nothing person compared to what I am now. So now goodness, I'm so proud of myself, what I've achieved now in the last 5 years or so, and hopefully she'd be proud of me too. I based my book, Magnetic Attraction, on the twin laws of attraction. So please go and read that book. It's on my website now just for $4.95. It's an easy read. It's a great little handbook, and many women have had a lot of success finding love when they've read this little book. The first tip here I'm going to give you today about becoming a magnetic woman is that your energy needs to be exciting and unforgettable. The first law is the law of attraction. The law of attraction says what we radiate out to others is what we bring back to ourselves. So what are you excited about? What lights you up? What makes you glow? What makes you feel passionate about getting up in the morning? What makes you feel happy? What is it you're interested in? For me, in the last 5 years, I have just achieved so much that I can't imagine, I've done so much in the last 5 years, and I can't imagine how I didn't get anything done really in 20 years, but I've managed to do so much in 5 years. And really that comes, as I've said many times, from having a wonderful, stable, easygoing partner by your side who supports you and helps you to grow. It's so important. I've just done so much. And it just makes me feel confident again. I just lost all my confidence. I didn't have a voice. And I thought, you know what? I just have to give it a go. I feel calm and relaxed and happy in my life. And now's the time to do this. So think, what are you interested in? And don't waste another day. Sit down and think, what is it I can do? Apart from just your normal work, what is it that you can do to fill your life up? And at least get out there and get a fitness goal going or a health goal going, and have something interesting going on in your life that you can talk to people about. When you're in a group or at a party or even just chatting to a friend, don't be like I was back then, that all I had to talk about was just what my daughter was up to. What was I doing with my life? I wasn't doing anything with my life. My life was just passing me by. So to be a magnetic woman, you need to have that energy and that excitement about life, that people will not forget you, that they'll be magnetized to you and drawn to you to want to know more about you and to want to be in your company. I'd love you to also comment today. What is it that you've wanted to do for so long? What have you been putting on the back burner? What have you had in your mind that you've thought for ages? I'd love to do that, but you've just not got down to it and done it. And think, what's stopping me? What's stopping me from starting this? Getting online and just seeing if there's anywhere you can do it or if anyone can help you. Don't put it off any longer. Let me know, what have you been thinking of putting into your life that you would feel passionate about? Now, the second tip is, a magnetic woman needs to have a spell-binding feminine energy. You need to understand your feminine energy, and you know how to use it, how to bring it out, when to bring it out. My mum knew this very well. As I said, my dad, from the minute he set eyes on her, she was the one. No matter how much conflict they went through, no matter how many ups and downs they had in their over 40 years together, he had put her on that pedestal. He adored her from that moment. He cherished her, and she was the only woman for him. So once you've magnetized this man to you, once you've attracted him, it's very rare that he's going to let you go unless you do something drastically wrong. So learn how to attract this man. Now, to do that, you do need to first understand your feminine energy, know that you need it on show when you're out there dating, or if you're in a relationship. Don't let yourself go. Prioritize your fitness and your health, and look after yourself. My mum always said, take care of your skin. Before you put on makeup, a guy's going to see you more without makeup than he's going to see you with makeup. So take care of your basic core self, your body and your inner health and your skin, so that you glow and so that you feel confident in who you are no matter where you are. And a magnetic woman is also someone that is a good listener. She's calm and relaxed and positive. You know, she makes you feel like you're the only person in the room. Bring forth that compassion, that empathy, that caring, kind side whenever you can. My mum was a big lover of little animals. I remember one day we picked up a bird on the ground that had a broken leg, and we tried to rush it to the vet, and unfortunately it died in my lap, which I'll never forget. But she was always trying to rescue an animal, someone that was, you know, she didn't have a lot of time, I think, for people that could take care of themselves, but for anyone that couldn't take care of themselves, she had a really genuine compassion and caring nature. And again, that made her very magnetic to people. And don't forget, as I said, she worked out nearly till the day she died. She was addicted to her tennis. She loved the tennis and the socialization that brought, as well as the fitness that brought. So, you know, whatever it is that you like, for me, it's a lot of incidental walking, as I always say, but whatever it is, put it in your calendar. Make it at least 2 times a week that you do a strength training session. Take up yoga. It's great for flexibility. Pilates, walking, as I said, running, jogging, whatever it is, but prioritize putting it into your calendar. So many women say to me, I just don't have time. Make time for being healthy and fit, because nobody will thank you if you don't. That man is not going to stick around, I promise you, if you don't take care of yourself. That's what, you know, becomes this contentment thing that we fall into. So many women fall into. They just think, oh, well, I've got the guy now, I'm just going to let myself go. Please don't do that. Always be that magnetic woman that he fell in love with, because he will notice that, and you don't want him looking elsewhere. You want him looking just at you. The other thing that's really important to men is, from a feminine perspective, is please wear perfume. Wear it as often, all day if you can, because men love women who smell nice. So even if you're in a relationship, don't stop wearing your perfume. Enjoy feeling pretty. Put on a pretty dress from time to time. Don't always be in your tracky dacks or pantsuits or whatever. Always put on a dress or something, or just because it makes you feel pretty. It's nice to, you know, put something pretty and flirty and silky on. It just makes you feel good about yourself, and the men really like it as well. Remember, is to be a positive person, to keep the drama out of your interactions with men, to stay in a positive frame, to be positive about life, to be positive about what's happening in the future. Try not to dwell on the past, to try to always be focusing on what's going to be coming up that's great in your life, and don't bring your problems, your drama into a new situation in particular. As I've said before, if it's a relationship that's ongoing, then obviously we're all going to get to know each other a bit better, and problems arise and you have to deal with them. But in the beginning, if you're just starting out and trying to attract love, keep it light and flirtatious and fun, and learn how to compliment men. They really like it when you tell them how great they are and boost their ego. My mum used to do that very, very well. I watched her in action, and she was certainly very good at it. I do hope you've learned something from today's video. If you've got questions for me, please comment below. Please subscribe. Give me the thumbs up. I'd love to hear from you.